Pro Football Focus and the Minnesota Vikings sort of have this cordial frenemy relationship. Generally, PFF poo-poos the Vikings unless it's Justin friggin' Jefferson or Harrison Smith at times. But sometimes they're okay. Sometimes they're perfectly fine. And they did up a ranking of all of the NFL secondaries from best to the worst. And the Vikings clock in at number 18. Now, 18, not number 1. So apparently Luke Kuechly is not on staff at Pro Football Focus, which is kind of a shame because could have fluffed up the Vikings rating a little bit. But going through their ranking, starting off at the top. So you got the Ravens. You got Marcus Peters, Marlon Humphrey, Kyle Fuller, Chuck Clark, as well as Marcus Williams. That's pretty okay. Got no problem there. The Bucks, blah, blah, blah. Winfield, yeah, could have had Winfield. Whatever. Browns, yeesh. Now, all right, so the greasy, grimy Green Bay Packers clocking in at 4. Jair Alexander, respect, stud. Eric Stokes, the pride of Georgia, coming along. Rasul Douglas had a amazing out of nowhere season, got himself paid, and I don't think that he can repeat that. Whatever. Adrian Amos, whatever. Darnell Savage is a stud at times, except for when he has to cover Kirk Cousins' deep ball. No big deal. But 4, I don't know, man. Now we're going down in an earlier round. Sugar, we're finding 18. Eventually, it's a long way to scroll, man. All right, so the Vikings at 18. What tier are we in? Ascending units. I get that a lot. Number 18, Vikings. Peterson, Dancer, round the outside. Andrew Booth Jr. in the slot, which we've talked about. Could be a possibility. Or Sean Don or Nate Hairston or Harrison Hand, whatever. Then the two safeties, Harrison Smith and Lewis Seen. So they're not even factoring in Cameron Bynum, who himself is a damn baller. This is what they wrote. The Vikings have quite a dichotomous mix. They've been listening to Jocko lately. Of veteran talent with a rookie top 50 picks. The biggest worry, though, is that age. Once considered elite players at their respective positions, can 33-year-old Harrison Smith and 32-year-old Patrick Peterson still be relied upon? Yes. Yeah, Patrick Peterson, he's not 2011 Patrick Peterson, sure, but last year when he was on the field, when he didn't have that torn up hamstring, he played well. He played extremely well. Harrison Smith made a Pro Bowl last season, even though he's not Harrison anymore, but he's still Harrison. He's still a top 10 safety in my mind. And you add in Cameron Dantzler, who quietly had one of the better analytical seasons last year. And then you have Booth Jr. and Lewis Seen. You're adding 2 top 50 picks like they mentioned. And you have Bynum. You're going to be okay. And now, I fully understand. Like I said, I'm not hating on PFF for poo-pooing the Vikings in this spot. I think that's fair to call them an ascending unit, especially the way that the defense played last year. The defense was straight trash, and the secondary was one of the main culprits, even though Zimmer was supposed to be, a defensive guru as well as a DB whisperer. Finding those cover 2 corners at 7-Eleven, but whatever. But this has got to make you feel good. It's got to make you feel good because heading into the offseason, you didn't know if they were going to re-sign Peterson. Dancer was really your only piece. Harrison was still there chilling. And then they brought back Peterson. They signed Harrison. They signed Shondon. And then they drafted Lewis Seen, Andrew Booth Jr. Oh, yeah, and Caleb Evans, who I think is going to be a stud in his own right. I think you're feeling pretty good. You're feeling pretty damn good in the neighborhood about the Vikings secondary going forward. So, hey, they should do a regrade or re-ranking of the secondaries at the end of the season because I think the Vikings will find themselves into the top 10 and potentially even higher because I think that, this is going to come together. You're going to have a stew going. And the Vikings pass rush, even though last year was pretty damn solid, I think is going to be prodigious and more consistent this season. And that's going to make things easier for the secondary. That means that they can ball hawk. It means that they're going to have better quarterback ratings been thrown at because the passes are going to be hurried or off target. So bring it on. Like, this has the makings of a top 5 secondary. Now, I'm not ready to go all Luke Kuechly on the bit, but gotta show him some respect. But yeah, 18 and ascending, we'll take that for now. But your thoughts are thoughts. Pro Football Focus ranks the Vikings secondary 18th best in the NFL. Let us know your thoughts and our thoughts in the comment section below. Subscribe for daily Vikings takes. Want to support the work? Put a little something in the Venmo. But until next time, Skull Production Value.